The Tennessee Titans rumble their way to Indianapolis this week to get it on with the Colts, who have a little swagger to their walk these days, that being especially true of Carson Wentz.
It is Wentz who takes it in himself.
Wentz battled through a rainstorm last week, still threw 2 TDs without getting picked, putting up a 100-plus rating, which makes 4 of those in a row.
It's Mo Alley Cox for the touchdown.
The last time he was under 100, Week 3 against the Titans.
Hit from behind and he is sacked.
He has looked much better since then, and he looks Michael Pittman Jr.'s way the most, and last week that paid off big.
Wentz is able to step up, avoid the rush, throws deep downfield, and hauling it in at the 20-yard line.
Sacks aren't quite as much an issue either. Wentz is getting taken down in the average range, like 2 per game.
Escapes and throws it right into the arms of Alshire.
But that's a lot fewer than he took last year, and he's not forcing things, just 1 pick, 11 TDs thrown.
Finds the open guy, and this time it's Pittman.
He takes on a Titans defense that comes in puffing its chest. They make a 1-yard stop to win the game 1 week.
Allen leans forward, and I don't think he got there.
And then follow it up by dominating Patrick Mahomes the next week, rating under 65, no TDs, a pick, held him under 6 yards per attempt.
Buying time, throws, trying to force it in. Off the bounce, Tennessee has got it.
Their pass rush was all over him.
Mahomes engulfed.
Harold Landry is playing out of his mind right now.
Rush coming. Dumped.
Now, over the course of the season, they have not played the pass as well as last week.
Back of the end zone, it's caught.
However, their other good showing against it was when they faced Wentz the first time.
Over the middle, and it is dropped.
But they didn't handle Jonathan Taylor great in that game.
Jonathan Taylor with a big run out to the 42-yard line.
And Taylor has caught a little fuego since then too. 3 of his last 4 games are 100-plus yard games.
And he moves in untouched.
That, of course, signals the king, who was actually a little more Fresh Prince of Bel-Air last week, just 3 yards per carry.
And Derrick Henry gets stood up.
But Derrick Henry found other ways to impact the game.
Henry, he's going to pass it. Touchdown!
And one subpar outing doesn't change anything. He's still wearing the running back crown, and one of his century mark games was against the Colts.
There he goes. Henry lowering his shoulder.
In the rain, Indy couldn't get a grip on Elijah Mitchell as he got him for 100-plus yards.
There's Mitchell for the touchdown.
Their pass defense, though, benefited from all the slop, held Jimmy Garoppolo to under 7 yards per attempt, a rating of just 60.7, only 181 yards, picking him off twice.
And that's thrown into a bunch of white shirts.
And while the Colts' pass defense got dinged against Baltimore a little while back, they have held teams to under 230 yards passing in 4 of their last 5. So there are some signs of improvement.
To the outside into traffic, and it's going to be picked off.
When they faced Ryan Tannehill in Week 3, there was good and bad. 3 TDs allowed.
There's Westbrook Akina at the 5. Touchdown!
But they did also pick him off twice.
Throws, it's popped up in the air and picked off.
Last week, Tannehill had a 270-yard game against the Chiefs, TD and a pick, rating over 100.
End zone. Caught.
He's steady back there for them, and that's what they usually need, being their O starts with Henry.
And it hits Julio Jones.
The Colts have averaged 2 sacks a game, which is kind of average,
Running around, and the game's going to end on a sack.
but they have not been able to pressure QBs much, not many QB hits either.
Buying time, going deep downfield.
Tennessee's pass protection started the year rough, which has them ranked really low in sacks allowed right now.
Tannehill is crushed.
However, things have gotten better the last few weeks, just 1 sack taken over their last 2 games.
Right up the seam to Pruitt.
This game is big for both teams. Colts can still make a run for the division if they pull out a win. Titans can really separate themselves early if they take it, though. Let us know who you think prevails in the comment section. We'll do the same on the screen. And for the record, Will Smith couldn't get 3 yards per even back when he was skinny and the Prince instead of playing a king. Wow, pulled a king to Prince, Prince to king? That's like a double-double, with cheese, of course.